Shadow. He'll be doing that once again. He's 2-0 against Benjamin Nikolich, who is also 2-0 playing Jessup Control. We know Danny J at this point. He always plays the best deck.
Just the best deck.
That's all he does.
Siege Rhino for 2 years.
Yep.
Couldn't have been happier.
He just comes every weekend with what is perceived to be the best deck. Generally top eights. Sometimes he wins. Good enough. Another weekend of that. He's going to be starting things off here with a Watery Grave. So I think he's falling down to 17 and casting a Serum Visions, I believe is where we are. And so now he'll draw a card. I always just like knowing that if Danny's going to be on camera, I already know what to expect.
Best deck.
Just whatever is perceived to be the best deck, going to play it pretty well, going to win more than he loses.
Yep.
Good enough. For Nikolich, he is on Jessup Control, a deck that we have seen some players have some success with. Jonathan Rossum is one of the players that does come to mind, though Nikolich's version is much more controlling, where Rossum had Geist of St. Trapped and a lot more burn spells. Nikolich has a lot more controlling cards, up to and including the very powerful Secure the Wastes.
And a torrential gear hole.
Yes.
Yeah, he's looking to go a lot deeper than we didn't get to his match, unfortunately, but Harlan Fury was playing a Jessup Control deck, but in the Geist of St. Traft, Snapcaster Mage, my bolt sort of thing.
Yeah. So here's a Thoughtseize.
Think twice.
Yeah, he's going long.
Yes.
He's got Supreme Verdict, Celestial Purge, Think Twice, which will not be selected. Looks like a Jace there as well. So a lot of cards for Jessup to choose from.
I love the optimism involved with Think Twice. I'm going to have 2 mana laying around, and then sometime down the road, I will have 3 mana laying around.
Yeah. Everything's going to go according to plan.
There are some matchups where that card is legitimately great, though. When you're playing against the Primeval Titan style decks, and it's just a lot of setup, and people are burning off mana, not playing super efficient Magic, that card can look very good.
Water Grave on tap is going to bring Jessup down to 11, it looks like.
Against Discard Guy over here, Think Twice is sweet.
The Discard Mage?
Yeah. Against this particular Chandelar boss, yeah. Discard Guy.
It's going to be in Mega Man 13.
Yeah.
Discard Man. We'll see a Thoughtseize here, Electrolyze over there in the hand. Johnny Vengeant was in hand during the last Thoughtseize, so maybe Jessup will select it this go around. We'll see. Gotta love Discard Man.
Mm-hmm.
There goes Supreme Verdict.
A magic icon.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Doomblade Guy.
Right.
Here's Tassiger.
Although they're like cousins.
Yeah.
They're related.
They hang out at the same parties.
Right.
There's the Steam Vents untapped. You know what time it is.
Think once.
Yeah, absolutely. New card coming. One of the most honest cards I've ever seen. Nikolich will draw.
Well, it's one of those types of cards that whenever it shows up in Standard, it's really, really good. It's very powerful in low power formats.
Mm-hmm.
As things scale up, as your mana's more at a premium, it's a little bit rougher. But Nikolich may be thinking twice.
Tasker's going to come in here for 4. There's an island for Jessup. We'll see if Danny J's got a follow-up or not. See Kolaghan's Command there, but no red mana just yet.
Jessup's hand's not great right now. There's a Liliana he could tap out and try to resolve here. 2 copies of Kolaghan's Command.
Not the best hand we've ever seen. But Liliana's really good if it resolves. And Jessup's going up.
That's why I like Jessup casting the Liliana, because he has these Kolaghan's Commands in his hand that are so bad. Getting the Liliana on the table is worth a lot. He would pay a premium for symmetrical discard. Yes.
Yeah, in response, think again.
No. Does he have another?
I think he does have a second
different
Think Twice
art in his hand.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think that's what's happening here. Because there are 3 copies of Think Twice in his deck. That's the most honest thing I've ever seen.
Think thrice.
Now, to note, in Jessup's hand right now, he's got 1 Kolaghan's Command, 1 Severanana left. That's it. Flooded Strand. Going to come on down. Nikolich is going to search up a basic plains. Maybe we'll see a Johnny this turn. How many times can one man think in a game?
Okay.
We're going to find out. For now, it's a Johnny V. Going to lock down Tassiger, pass the turn back. So it's a little planeswalker battle here.
I like what's going on here. Interesting that we've seen both Johnny Vengeance and Gideon of the Trials show up. People really in the market for planeswalkers that are good against one single large attacker, because that's a lot of what Rix's Stat Shadow does.
So Jessup's in a strange spot right now where he has drawn a fetch land, which will give him his red source for his Kolaghan's Command, and he also has a Stubborn Denial in hand. Those are the 3 cards he's working with. Those 3 cards all matter right now.
Well, the Kolaghan's Command, I think, is still something he can get away from, especially because he can pivot and to activate Tassiger. I think I would just play a 4th land here, fetch if you want to do it right away, and just activate Liliana, get rid of the Kolaghan's Command, say go. 4 mana up and Stubborn Denial still at the ready.
Okay.
So I just don't know what this Kolaghan's Command is really doing right now.
Well, at this moment, not very much.
But you can't really let go. So you have to keep your... Wow.
Ooh. He's going to let go of the Delta. I am surprised by that.
Yeah, this line's not doing it for me here.
Yeah, this shuts off the ability to activate Tassiger. This shuts off the ability to play Kolaghan's Command. Now, no doubt Stubborn Denial is good right now, but...
I just don't know what the path... Like, what are you trying to draw here? The 4th land lets you activate Tassiger, get some more material, and then have more flexibility with activating your Liliana in the future.
Well, if he's going to stay on that... I guess he could switch now because he's drawn a Swamp. But that doesn't really change things that much.
He just cost him... I mean, he's just down a Tassiger activation.
Yeah, so that means he's down a card then? And cards in his graveyard?
Yeah.
Let's see what this is. It's 5 mana. Secure the Waste for 4?
Ugh.
Well, Stubborn Denial is going to be cast for sure. Has to be. He's going to discard the Swamp again, boy. He is really, really putting Kolaghan's Command at a premium here.
Yeah, but you need a land to do that.
I'm right there with you.
Unless he really enjoys just looking at the art of Kolaghan's Command.
It's a pretty good looking card. It's a pretty good looking card. I think we're going to see a Cryptic Command here in just a moment. We are from Nikolich. He's going to bounce Liliana and probably just draw a card. Yep. So Jessup was trying to get to the ultimate of Liliana. There's a Glacial Fortress. A Johnny Vengeance going to go up. And now all of a sudden a Johnny Vengeance, which we'll take a look at.
Oh, yeah.
The ultimate's starting to play a little in this game, huh?
Exciting times for me.
I haven't seen a Johnny V in a long time, but I believe it's -7 for the Armageddon. Yes, it is. One-sided Armageddon, excuse me.
And then you have a Colonnade as the leftovers.
That'd be able to take care of things pretty nice.
Beautiful.
Remember when Johnny V got printed? It was like the best thing going on. Yeah, like that. I think it was like 8 years ago or something.
I think you put this card into most standard formats, and it'll be a huge player.
Yeah.
Just when you get to Modern, there's so many illegal cards, and the games are over so fast, or they are a percentage of the time, that how many 4-mana cards can actually show up? It's a short list, in terms of percentage.
Yeah, Jessup has just put such an onus on this Kolaghan's Command this game where perhaps the onus should have been on activating Tassiger instead. We'll see how the game does play out, but it looks like he is going to finally play this 4th land. And now it might be a situation where, you know what? Liliana might just not be very good. Who really knows? There's your red source. He's also got to be careful because he's at 6.
Right, and he has no answer to the Colonnade right now.
He's got no answer to the Colonnade. The fact that Nikolich could just go, all right, I will Colonnade you and Helix you with a Johnny,
right,
and you're dead. So there's a whole bunch of issues here for Jessup now.
And his hand provides nothing on that front.
So he's going to Kolaghan's Command.
I guess get back the Gurmag Angler, but this just leaves him. This just leaves him dead on board.
Yeah, this leaves him DOB. I mean, maybe try to bluff Fatal Push or something, but why would Fatal Push be in your deck after sideboard against this deck, realistically? And there's Path to Exile to take care of Tasigur, and not going to search with a basic. And Nikolich, I think, is probably going to see that he is clear for takeoff here.
We can just start with the Colonnade activation, and if something goes wrong, then you just go ahead and do something else.
Yeah,
you just
and
tap down a land and say go.
Yeah, he started with the Colonnade, got in for 4, brought Jessup down to 2, and the Helix off of Johnny Vengeance is going to get the job done. So Benjamin Nikolich is going to win this match here over Danny Jessup. 2 games to 0. Jeskai Control going to take care of Grixis Death Shadow. And